I have a 2005 Ford Expedition with a 5.4 liter V8, going to be doing the dreaded spark plugs and coil packs on this. So first step, I'm going to disconnect the battery. Anytime you're dealing with any electrical, that's a good place to start. And then we're going to use a Ratchet extension 7mm socket. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get down on all the coil packs. You can see the little bolt right there on every coil pack. We're going to take all those loose and pull the coil packs out. Forgot to mention we drove the vehicle first to get it up to temperature. So got the first coil pack out. Now I'm going to spray down in there. I'll let that really soak in. My choice for it. So I'm just going to keep going. That was the first one. Got 3 more down this side and 4 on the other side. Alright, so I've got them all out. Probably took about a half an hour. Half of that being the back one on the passenger side. You can just see all the stuff that's in the way. It's almost even hard to see back there, much less get your hands back there and actually get to it. So a little better view now. You can see that's the little bolt you're taking out. And then you've got a clip on each one. It's got to just push right here. Clip slides off. None of that was too bad. The driver's side, all super easy to reach. I did everything with this setup here. Just a 1/4 inch ratchet, a little, I don't know what that is, maybe like a 2 inch or 3 inch extension, 7mm. Shallow well is fine. And then on this side, I had the third one back here. I went with a longer extension. That helped a lot, just get above all these hoses and everything else. So I wasn't down in there. And then the fourth one, if you've got small hands, you can just kind of shove your hand back through all the hoses and kind of pull this out of the way and get back there and just get to it with the ratchet and socket, no extension. I did that to break it loose, but then my hand was really uncomfortable. So I went with the long extension and a swivel once it was broken loose, and I was able to kind of have my ratchet up here in this area and be on it and take it the rest of the way out. So hit everything with some PB Blaster. I'm going to let that sit overnight, and then I'm going to come back tomorrow and continue working on it. So you can see with mine, this vehicle's new to us. It's got 124,000 miles. We bought it knowing, you know, when you get above about 50 miles an hour, it starts sputtering and spitting and missing. And it even throws a code for a misfire on cylinder 2. And with 124,000 miles, this should have already been done, plugs and coils. And it obviously, with the way it was driving, it never has been. And pulling these, you can kind of see that I've got 4 different brands here. So it looks like as they were getting a misfire, maybe they were replacing, you know, one at a time. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them were still the original, it looks like. And then 4 of them had been changed at different times. 2 of them match. 2 of them are completely different from everything else. So like I said, we'll get back to it tomorrow. One other note, I had one of these pull out, and this gray part came loose from the rest of it and stayed in the cylinder head. I was able to just grab some long curved pliers, grab a hold of it, twist it, and pop it right out. So if that happens to you, it's not a big deal. These boots do slide off. All right, the next step, and you could do this sooner than I am, but I'm going to go through with an air nozzle and just blow out all the holes, get all the dirt and everything out of them. And then basically take your ratchet, your extension, and a 9/16 deep well, or if you have a 9/16 spark plug socket, that works even better. And break them loose and then soak them again. You don't want to go fast on this. The whole key to this process is taking it really slow and making sure that you're plenty of liquid wrench down in each one. So one more thing I did end up doing, take the 4 bolts out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Behind it is this bracket. Bracket has 3 more bolts in it. They are all 10mm. So if you get that out of the way, then you can pull it down and you can get back here and access the 3rd and 4th one on the passenger side a heck of a lot easier. So I've got them all broken loose now. Again, just a 1/4 of a turn, they'll break loose, and then most of the time you'll hear them start kind of squealing. Stop at that point. Spray them again, and then I'll show you the next step. All right, next step is going to be get an impact. Get a couple different extensions, swivels, and a 9/16 socket. Put it on there and let it rip. And I've already done 2 over here. That's from what I've seen. Everybody I've seen that does these regularly, that's their recommendation. This is the 3rd set I've done this way with good results. So I'm going to keep going on them, and then we'll get into the installing all the new parts. What I've been doing, I've got a little extension with my impact socket on there. Get down in there with your hand, make sure that's seated down on it and you can't turn it. And then you can kind of fish the bigger extension down onto it. Make sure it's nice and seated down on there. You can't turn it, so you know it's actually locked on. Alright, they are all out. All 8 of them, didn't break any. So again, the key here is take your time and lots of lube.
That's what she said.
Alright, so ready to start putting this back together. Got the new spark plugs, new coils. So basically what we're going to need, these products here, and I'll link to them. But we're going to put anti-seize in this area here, little tiny bit on the threads, a little bit up here. It's where they tend to stick when you're trying to take them out. And then the dielectric grease will go on the end here. All right, the way I'm doing this, just an extension with the spark plug in there, and then you can just do it by hand. That way you know you're not cross-threading it. If it gets really tough, it's probably cross-threading. You can back it out and start over, but you should be able to go pretty much all the way in by hand. And then once you can't get it with your hand anymore, it's another half a turn or so with the ratchet and you'll feel it just stop. So like I said, a little bit of that grease on the end here. Then we're going to come over here. You're going to look for where that little pedestal is that this part bolts to. So on this one, the orientation is like this. We're going to go down in the hole, push it on there. Line that little bolt hole up. One thing to keep in mind, the ones I bought at least did not come with new bolts. So I have the old bolts from the old coil packs saved. I'm going to line that up there. Get that again started with my fingers so I know I'm not cross-threading anything. Make sure it's seated on there really nice. And then also find the plug. Nice thing with this, the plugs aren't long enough to reach any of the other coils, so you don't have to worry about them getting out of order or anything like that. You can just leave them, let them hang there. Make sure that clips on, make sure it won't pull off. And then I'll tighten that little bolt down and that one will be done. All right, got them all in there. You can see the red coil packs. Just make sure they're all clipped back in and have that bolt holding them down and that they're seated real well. And then when you go to put this back in, there's a little ledge that it actually sits down in. If you don't set it down in that ledge, then the bolts won't line up. And then it's just 4 bolts like when you took it out of here. And then we're gonna hook the battery back up and see how it runs. Only other thing to keep in mind was this kept disconnecting while I was working, so just make sure you reconnect that if yours did the same thing. Got that all bolted in. We're gonna fire it up. All right, the moment of truth. Alright, I will leave some extra instructions in the description and the parts used and tools needed. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any other suggestions, better ways to do it for anyone who might be getting ready to tackle this project.